Okay, welcome to this video tutorial on Visual Basics 2008. I'm going to be showing you how to create a very simple application which I call Info. So go ahead and click to create a new project up here, select Windows Form Application and let's call it Info and hit OK. So let's jump right in there and get started. Let's drag up here label 1 and rename this first name colon, and we'll come up here and we'll copy and paste that with Control and C and Control and V, and we'll rename this one last name. There we go. Next to this we'll put a text box next to each label down here. Just drag and drop that, and what we want to do is line this up so it looks good. Well, it probably wouldn't look that great. You've probably got more time than I do, more than 10 minutes to do this. Just copy and paste that again and drop that next to it. That's looking good. Now let's go up to radio button, and we want one there. I want to name that male, because obviously this is going to be our gender. And copy and paste that, and as you probably guessed, the second one is going to be other. Obviously not female. There we go. And we want a label for that, so we'll just copy and paste that. Although I think most people do get the general idea of male and female, there may be some of us out there who don't. So yeah, let's just put gender on in there. And that's looking good. So let's go and get some buttons. Now we want 3 buttons, and before we do this, let's just resize the form because it is looking a bit rubbishy, being a bit big. Does that look about right? Think about there. Yeah, that looks about good. That looks good. So button 1, we want to name this enter. Let's go ahead and write in the text enter, and we'll come back over here, copy and paste that, stick that down there, copy and paste that and stick that down there. Now middle button, what we'll do is we'll call it clear, to clear the text box and radio buttons and such. And we'll do the same for this one, but obviously not clear. We'll rename this cancel. And let's center these in the middle of the form. Let's just go format, center in form horizontally. Brilliant. So before we start coding, let's just edit the form and we'll call this info. And if you want to, you can change the icon by just scrolling up to the icon up here, but for time I'm not going to. So let's double click on this form. This is what's going to happen when it loads up. What we're going to write is the following: text box 1.text equals e.g. John, and text box 2.text equals e.g. Smith. So that'll basically mean that the text boxes say John Smith as your name, and then we'll say radio button 1.checked equals true. There we go. Now let's go back to our form design and we'll double click on this. Now I don't know how you actually do this to make it come up properly the first time, and if you do, just leave it in the comments, but otherwise just come up here and click, and that'll take us to what happens when it's clicked. So I want to say text box 1.text equals nothing, and then we're going to do the same for the second one. Again, if you know how to do this properly, then do it properly, but I don't, so there you go. And change this up here to click, and we'll put text box 2.text equals nothing. Brilliant. Now let's go over here, and what we're going to do is double click on male. Now we're going to put an if statement in here, so put if check, no, not check, I keep putting that, radio button 1.checked equals true, then put space between them, radio button 2.checked equals false, else radio button 2.checked equals true. That will just mean whilst one is selected, the other won't be. And then we'll jump to the buttons. Cancel, we want to put me.close. Nice simple statement there. And then we'll put for clear text box 1.text equals just nothing. We'll leave that at nothing. And text box 2.text equals nothing as well. And radio button 1.checked. Oops, did I? Dot checked. Where have we gone? Down here. Dot checked equals true. True. And that should clear our thing. And let's go ahead and double click on enter. And this is the longest bit of coding. What we want to write is the following: if check, no, not check, radio button 1.checked equals true, then message box, which will create a normal pop-up box, hello, and plus text box 1.text, and we'll put message box style, message box, my mouth's gone weird, message box style equals information, put another comma, and our title can be hello, exclamation mark. Then we'll put another message box, and we'll put for this one your second name is, I'll put plus text box 2.text, comma, message box style information, comma, and we'll put second name as the title. And don't forget to close the brackets, or parentheses as they're called in America. And then after this, obviously we need to go back to the end of this 1 moment. There we go, put another message box, and because it's radio button 1 that's selected, we want to put you are a boy, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. And then we can just put message box style as information, comma, and the title as gender, close brackets, or again parentheses, and then go else, else, and you just want to copy all of this. There's no point in typing it out again unless you love typing, which I can't be bothered with right now. And we'll just put girl instead of boy, so it'll do exactly the same thing. So we just go play now. You'll see that it works perfectly, hopefully. E.g. John Smith. So if I put my name, Tom Walters, and I'm a male, I can go clear if I want. Just show you that. Do that again. Put that in there. I go enter. Hello, hello Tom. Second name. Your second name is Walters. Gender. You are a boy. And there you go. It's all brilliant. Now if my name was, for example, Jane Smith, which it's not, but for this sake, for argument's sake, it can be this, and I select female, enter. Hello Jane, your second name is Smith, you're a girl, brilliant, and cancel, close it. Thanks for watching this tutorial. Please rate and comment. Goodbye.